I lived in the same place for most of my life, 18, 19 years. I was lucky enough to have a back garden, big enough for me and my two sisters to make up games, play whatever we wanted.
I can remember playing there. I remember being with my mum and dad and my brother, and I remember it being, I guess, like where some of my formative years happened.
Moving, no stability, maybe, yeah. I've had experience with DV, so a lot of the time we were escaping or running away, financial woes, things like that.
We know that if you end up homeless as a young person, your ability to access support from the state, from our government, is actually much more challenging than it would be as an adult. Your ability to find housing is much more difficult than it is if you're an adult, including supported housing, the sorts of housing that should be there for you if you are homeless. And your ability to build a kind of your finances, to find a job, to have a better, improved economic situation is more difficult if you're an adult. You know, you're more likely to be in precarious work, 0-hour contracts, paid less money. So there's a lot of the system works against young people. The most common reason that someone would walk through our doors typically is family breakdown, so something's gone wrong in their own family home. But the reality is there are multiple reasons. There's no one size fits all. Young people become homeless for many different reasons.
My father was in a group called Equality. He fought for us, like, to be independent, free. And he has a part of this organization, so he killed in 2015. Yeah, my mom was scared because in this time, this group who called Janjaweed started to arresting people, young people around 14 to 20, like boys especially, and they raping girls as well. So my mom was very scared about me, and she arranged this trip. The Libyan people, they're treating us very, very bad. And because they're selling people, sometimes they like treating people, torturing people. I know if I stay in Libya, I'm gonna be a slave or died in one day, and I don't know when. So yeah, we went to the boat, the balloon one. We was around 45, and the boat should be maximum 9 people. Maximum, very maximum. So it was like 45 person in this boat, and yeah, thank God we arrived to Italy and they could like survive us from the sea.
They're seen as a burden on the state, on society. And I think some of this links into homelessness as well, where it's their fault. They've done something wrong. They're there for, they're homeless for a reason. Actually, they are homeless for a reason, but it might not be their fault.
Not everyone is homeless through their own fault. Because I'm not a bad kid. I wasn't a bad kid. I was actually a good kid. Yeah, not these kids aren't bad, and we do want more. That's it.
I've been into hostels, as they were called, where people have been sharing 10 people to a dormitory, no clean bedding, alcohol and drugs everywhere. The smell is of cigarettes, alcohol, faeces, blood. Just really, really unpleasant human odours.
I stayed for like a year. The room is very small. The people are nice, the staff are not nice at all. Other toilet for doing things is so disgusting, to be honest. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, the service there is not good.
I didn't feel like they assessed them separately to see who would be in danger with, staying in the same space with much older people.
No, because I've been dealing with it for 4 years. So, yeah. At the time, I was flabbergasted. I was how I am now, at a loss of words, that our government wouldn't even provide that kind of support for people in my predicament, because I'm not just the only person. If it's me, then there's hundreds of people like me. I'm not the only person in this situation. So, yeah, I was at a loss.
What we believe and what I believe is that young people need an approach that's youth-led, to realise that they're not the only one, unfortunately, who's rough sleeping or who's had a family breakdown and can no longer stay, that there's other people like them who are their age, and that makes them feel less isolated and less lonely as well.
So I found it hard to get with people. But in Wembley was so nice, too many people. I found one Afghani guy, one Jamaican, and yeah, one girl from Eritrea. So we was like small family, we made nice friendship. It was so cool.
When I first arrived, I was a bit more isolated because I like to keep myself to myself, but everyone here is so joyful. And people just initiate conversations with you who don't know you, especially staff. So I kind of just adapted, and then we'll just come and kind of have food, talk with people.
People sitting down together to eat. That's so simple. The gift, the volunteers, it's hot, it's chopped, it's cooked. It's a sharing way of giving. It's simple, it's really very beautiful in their way, very simple.
And we see the effects of providing a decent standard, a room that has comfortable furniture, really nice decorations in areas where young people can get to things from. Those things have a massive positive impact on your ability to go and meet your counsellor, your probation worker, your social worker.
And it should be as nice and as beautiful as we can possibly make it. Why would we want to make it anything other than as warm and cosy as we can? It's not that much more expensive. It's not that much more difficult.
Downstairs in the drop-in, you'll see there's sofa areas so people can be a bit more communal. There's computer areas and little quieter spaces where people can sit by themselves or in pairs or have smaller conversations. There's meeting rooms where you can be totally private. There's areas like our barn where you can do communal work. So it's about having different things for different people.
You will be able to live here a very good life because we have nice kitchen, the lounge here, we have the table for playing, the garden. The area, to be honest, here is so nice. I'm about to move from here. I'm very sad, extremely sad. I don't know what to say, but yeah, the situation here is so cool.
It's like a building block. And that little block will be a place where they've been treated with respect, with courtesy, with humanity. People have done their best to support them and look after them. That block doesn't disappear. So the next time something good happens, there's another little building block. So you have building blocks. What we try to do here is provide an environment where they have the support and the strength to make the move themselves.
So New Horizons are the one that pushed me to get the strength to fight for what I deserved.
We have enough staff, but sometimes I don't feel like there's enough accommodation to get them to move along the pathway to make space for other young people coming off the streets. So if I had a magic wand, it would be more accommodation.
It's really hard because the way I'm thinking about it is from a lot of perspectives. I would let everyone have a safe home. No one feel like they're not in a stable, safe environment. That is what I'll do.
We don't build enough houses, or we don't build the right type of houses, do we? You know, that's the problem. And then we just think that if we put someone in a home, that's it, all their problems are sorted. You know, I mentioned this the other day in our Zoom meeting. It's, you know, we get people to go and live independently. Well, I don't live independently. I live in a social circle with my neighbours and my family and my friends, and actually that's the things we need to put in place for some of these young people, is those support networks that they may not have had before.
Well, look, thank you very much. No, I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Heather.
Yeah, I've also got a cataract, so looking directly at a camera is not the easiest thing. 101 problems.
So let's just start with an easy question.
Yep.
Where are you living now, and what is your favourite part of your home?
I finally have my own council place. Thank you for... You said you're not been in it for long. Thank you for opening your views too, because it's hard to have a perspective when you only have one perspective. It's hard to be able to open yourself up to understand other people and have empathy and things like that. So thank you for understanding other people.
It's a privilege, honestly. It really is. Thank you.